so we're going to need our first snap to see the first action of this game. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Jackson looking to throw right away. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. As the ball did to break things up. And that'll bring up 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Complete Derrick Henry. And they make the tackle at the 38. They'll get 18 yards there. And that'll be 1st down, Baltimore. New set of downs for him at the 38. They send a man in motion. Here's Derrick Henry getting it on the ground. And he runs this one down across the 35 and inside the 30. Give him 9 yards. He almost moved the chains there. It's going to be 2nd and 1.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
And they had that one contained right at the line. Hit applied by Keanu Benton. Nothing for them on 2nd down, and now it's 3rd and 1. Walker going in motion left. Jackson on 3rd and 1. Forced out to his right. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he slides down with enough to pick up that first. A dose of the hurry-up offense here. 1st down. Here's Lamar. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
And look at that. All that effort and success from the previous play, it is gone. Credit to this defense who snapped and cleared. That's part of this game. You got to snap and clear. Give up a big play, come back and make a big one for yourself. And they do get home with that sack.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Has him on the quick hitter. And they get this down to the 10-yard line before going down. Offense in the hurry up here. Jackson now on 3rd. Escapes the pocket. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens finish up an excellent opening series. It's a Lamar Jackson touchdown. Well, you couldn't ask for a better start to a game than that. The offense taking it all the way down the field and finishing with 6.
These opening drives, Kate, are such tone setters. It is why every offense loves to script their first 15 plays, right? Everybody knows what's coming. Allows you during the practice week to get into rhythm, but even better when you're that sharp, that crisp, and you finish off and get the early lead.
And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. out to start this drive. It's caught. That's Calvin Austin. And he'll get taken down after advancing this to the 37. The rookie from Clemson in on that stop.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
2nd and 3 now. From the 37. Caught by Freiermuth. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. Give him 13 on that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them. But I'll tell you what, these tight ends of today, the way they can run, break tackles, and get in the open field, they truly are some of the best athletes on the team.
From midfield now. It's caught Metcalf. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It goes as a gain of 19 yards. And that's a Steelers first down.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Now the first carry for Nick Chubb. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
And they've got themselves another 1st and 10. Working inside the red zone. And look at the footwork there. Touchdown. The Steelers finish off their opening drive. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. He finds one of his great receivers, Brock, and they are off to a great start to begin this ballgame.
Yeah, it's such a positive offensively when you can go find not just a field goal, but a touchdown on that opening drive. And defensively, this starts to shake the foundation of your preparation and makes you wonder what's in store.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Now Boswell on to send this away. And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some good starting field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. The drive begins with Henry. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
I know that may look like a whole lot of nothing burger on the stat sheet, but those are the kind of plays, that inside run, that you see creative play action come off of later in the game.
2nd down now, 7 to go.
Middle.
From the gun, Jackson. Short pass brought in. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Patrick Queen ranging in for the tackle.
Ready?
3rd and 4 coming up now.
Go right here. Ready, shot. Hey, report.
Shotgun snap to Jackson. This gets the 1st and more. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Give him 15 yards on the pickup there. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
Ready, shot. Hey, middle.
Out of the gun, here's Jackson. He's on the move. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
DC, ready?
Back at beginning of the second quarter, Ravens in possession. They're looking at yet another 1st and 10 on this drive. Here's Henry on the option. And he's got it down into the red zone at the 16. It's an 8-yard pickup, and they're going to have 2nd and 2 next.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Turning to Henry on 3rd. And he's able to get this down to the 13. 2 yards on the pickup. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
That is your old school meat and potatoes call right there. Don't even think about throwing it. Just rush it ahead and get what you need.
Ready, shot. Ready. Ready, shot.
Motioning left is their running back. 1st and 10. Here's Jackson. Chased out to his right. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete.
You know, there's not a lot of tight ends who are true weapons this far down the field. Not a lot of cover guys who can match up with him in terms of size. They tried to get it to him in a spot where he could win it, but no connection to be made.
Report.
Lamar now from the gun. That's incomplete left side. First time this game they've looked to him. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down.
Ready. 13.
Walker going in motion left.
Ready, shot.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Has it in close. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep them short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Hey, Ozzy, check out. No, we changed it. Shut up.
Jackson's going to throw again. On the move, headed right. And he finds him in the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens take a 2nd quarter lead. You always tell me, Brock, it is a whole different world here, running routes, working in confined spaces, instead of having that whole field to spread out a defense.
Oh, spot on, Caden. Some players, that's the world they thrive in, finding windows where windows shouldn't exist and then being ready for the throw to arrive. It happens so fast. Trusting your quarterback to make the right read and get it to you.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. He doesn't like what he sees, so a touchback. They're going to begin at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. They begin the drive with Chubb. And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. From the 32. Throwing the out route complete. They get 28 out of that play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Okay, when you watch the combine, you'll watch guys try to make this throw. And without chemistry, it's so hard to execute. That was picture perfect. That's a QB and receiver on the same page because that route, that deep out to the field, that takes just a different level of connectedness.
New slated downs to approach here from the 40. Chubb running out of the gun. And he's only able to power this forward for about 3 yards.
That's the kind of run play that feels like tug-of-war at field day. And you're just not moving the other side. Just a short run. Neither side feels particularly good about it. And we'll move to the next.
Second down now, 7 to go. Again, it's Chubb. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. Call it 4 yards, and they're set up with a manageable 3rd and 2.
You know, this is an offense that will emphasize the ground game at different points of each and every contest. And as long as they can reliably get gains like this, it's not going to change anytime soon.
Throwing now, 3rd and 2. It's into the hands of Chubb. We'll head out of bounds after a small gain. Give him 3 on that gain. And that's a Steelers first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10 now from the 30. They run it from the gun with Chubb. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few. He got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
That brings us to the 2-minute warning at the Inner Harbor. The Steelers at a disadvantage on the scoreboard. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Here's a counter give to Chubb. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the old lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over it.
6 DBs out there for the Ravens. 3rd down coming up. They'll try and throw it here. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Nate Wiggins has got it. And the Ravens take possession of the football.
That's so cool. He really did it all for him, didn't he? First, he forced the turnover, and then he set them up in a better spot with a really nice return. Yeah, he had designs on doing the scoring for him, too. One more move, and he might have broken it for 6.
The Ravens in a very good field position as they come up 1st and 10. They kick the running back in motion. Throwing now on first down. It's Jackson. He fires one deep. Brought in inside the 20. He does it. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens grow their lead just before halftime. 3 drives, 3 touchdowns. It has been wash, rinse, repeat for them offensively, Brock, as, well, we all wait for this defense to find a little backbone before this becomes a runaway.
Yeah, I'm a little torn up here in this booth because you're exactly right. Offensively, this is just machine, surgical. Defensively, you're running the risk of being embarrassed here pretty quickly.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Let's go. 19 Lions. Go.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds a seam down the middle. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! The Steelers make it a 1-score game before halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Boswell to add the PAT. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Steelers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7. And just like that, we're back to a 1-possession ball game as the kickoff is away. Fielded just shy of the end zone. Good looking return here, and he's got room. They'll begin from the 36 as the returner's brought down.
At their own 36-yard line.
Wanna quit?
The Ravens in very good field position as they come up. 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Jackson. That's going to be caught by Mitchell. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. 3rd and short in your back pocket. You can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
It's his running back. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Now here's Keaton Mitchell with the run. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Cole Holcomb there on the stop. Give him around 6. That's going to make it 2nd and 4. Looking to throw, Jackson. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
He finds his running back on a deep shot. Nicely done. Touchdown, Baltimore. And that is his 3rd touchdown catch. Certainly enough to call this a very good game for him. And we're still in the opening half, so what else might he accomplish before we're done here? Tucker adds the PAT. And the Ravens double their lead to 14. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. Johnson now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Only 10 seconds remaining here, so 1st and 10 may be our last snap of the half. You want to know how strong the coverage was there? Man, they even had that underneath throw locked down, Brock, and he took it the other way.
It's really, really hard to find a better rep than that one in coverage. You're so spot on. Covered it down the field. Usually a gimme to the running back. The only thing was a gimme was gimme 6.
Well, Brock, barring the touchback, this kickoff should run out the half, so better make that return good as it's away. And, well, in the past, we wouldn't have batted an eye as it sails over the end zone, Brock, but with our new kickoff rules in place, that's going to cost them. The football's coming all the way out to the 30-yard line. One last play before the break.
Let's go now.
Throwing it just before halftime. He's trying to push the field. And that's incomplete. A little lucky there, too. Nearly picked off on first down. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
The Lamar Hunt Trophy waiting in the wings for whoever can finish this game out as we're back underway. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10.
18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal.
Back now, pressure on its way. Metcalf there to bring it in. There he goes again. There it is. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers cut into the lead coming out of halftime. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. His 3rd through the air this game. That one right down the middle. And the Steelers get it back to a 14-point game. Now Boswell on to send this away. He's going to field this at the 2. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose, incomplete.
Defender's not going to be thrilled the catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
So after the incompletion, here comes the 2nd down call.
Hey.
Throwing again is Lamar. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. Darius Slay has it. And the Steelers will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
Forced out to his right. Now this is intercepted. That is back-to-back passes. And the Ravens are hauled down on the return at the 45-yard line. Oh, my goodness, Brock. I don't think I've ever seen this back-to-back plays, and we've got back-to-back interceptions.
And I would be stunned here, Kate, floored, if we saw a 3rd in a row right here. It might be the time to remind both of these offensive coordinators, you can run the ball. because these secondaries are locked in.
And he's brought down for a loss.
This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Return it. Go. Sit on.
2nd and 12 behind the sticks. Escapes the pocket. And before he can get rid of it, he runs out of bounds. Could have just tossed it incomplete, Brock, but instead takes the sack and a big loss.
I'll admit it, as a former QB, probably the last one to always cast blame on the QB, but that's a situation where you just got to get rid of the ball. I will give a little blame. You've got to throw it away and just take an incompletion.
Man in motion here.
Hey, report!
Third and long for him here. Taking a big shot for the end zone. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Baltimore. The Ravens pick it off and get points on the ensuing drive. If you're going to complete that one successfully, Brock, you need the perfect throw.
Please get behind me. I'm going to hit it on you.
You can go up and get it just like that.
Yeah, need to be able to muscle somebody off the ball if you're not alone. And call me a little biased. Go ahead. I don't care.
You're biased.
But the success of that play does come down.
I can match it, boy.
Of the throw, Kate. If you don't
I get active, boy.
that exact spot, you run out
I
of
keep shitting on you, nigga. It's a habit.
that kind of chance.
It make my neck hurt.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. Throw secured by George Pickett. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Makes the grab in bounds left side. It's a gain of 17 on that one. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh 1st down.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
New set of downs for him from the 46. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Metcalf's got it, complete. Give him 32 on that play. And that's a Steelers 1st down.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
What a spot for a big play, huh, Brock? It has him well into the red zone now with 1st and 10. From the red zone now. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. He was looking DK Metcalf's way there. And it sets up 2nd down.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll throw it again. And this is incomplete. Could have been a touchdown, but all it is now is a 3rd down.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. They're throwing it. And it's good yardage, but they tackle him short of the sticks.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the fourth down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
4th and 3, drive on the line. Throwing now from the gun. Oh, they got it. Intercepted along the goal line. And the Ravens take over once again after forcing his 4th interception of the night.
Well, that's it right there. That's the resilience and the mental toughness.
We ain't come to fuck around, man.
Not a great spot for him. Backed up close enough that they're going to get shots taken in the end zone. But instead of collapsing under pressure, they rose up and they created the takeaway.
And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Back to the line they go. It's second down.
It's not. Hey, middle. It's on.
Out of the gun. Here's Jackson. And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. We'll pause now for an injured player, and no problems identifying who this is. It's a big one, folks. It is Lamar Jackson who's shaken up after that one. Defense with an excellent opportunity at a stop here on third down. First throw for the backup now. Into the hands of Walker. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Not meant in my life that don't love the spotlight, but you got to earn your place there. The easy way to do it, catches just like that, going up into double coverage and making the play anyway.
Only need the length of the football. It's 4th and inches.
Let's go.
They put a receiver in motion here left. They're going for this. He connects downfield on 4. And they will take this into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens parlay the interception into points. Tucker able to tack on the extra point. And the Ravens continue piling on to this lead. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. And he got all of that one, that's for sure. But with our new kickoff rules in play this year, that means the football's going to be spotted at the 30. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They got 24 yards on the play. And he'll bring up a Pittsburgh first down.
Let's go now.
Throwing from the gun here. Completed here to Pickens. And they get this down to the 28. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Steelers first down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down. He's on the move. Finds Metcalf there over the middle. And he gets this forward to the 19.
You know, I often say there is a fine line between aggressiveness and carelessness. And when you throw into double coverage, well, it can go either way. That time, a tremendous catch by his receiver on the other end.
From the 19. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have third down here. Pass play now. Chased out to his right. Catch made by Austin. And he goes out approaching that 10-yard line. 8 yards on the gain, and the drive continues forward.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Viking 18.
They are throwing it again. He brings it in. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Year after year, the best offenses are multifaceted. It's not just the receivers or the tight ends that can make plays through the air. When you get running backs that can attack the middle of the field like that, man, is it difficult on the defense.
Chubb takes this the wrong way. That's a loss all the way back at the 5.
I know from the position of the quarterback, Kate, sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Only one frame remains. Another chance at it on 2nd and goal, still from the 5. They try Chubb again. And he won't challenge for the goal line. The stop made at the 4. Defense making a couple of good stops here. And this brings up 3rd and goal.
Well, you get a little bit closer, but you can feel the pressure starting to mount. Unless you're committed to playing 4 downs here, this becomes a critical 3rd down call.
Here he is now, 3rd and goal. Touchdown, Pittsburgh! He hung in there as long as he could. A lot of quarterbacks would have bailed out, and it was what you talk about, Brock, that courage that kept the chance for the touchdown alive.
Yeah, that touchdown's going to show up on his stat sheet making the catch or the quarterback stat sheet for making the throw, but hey, can we put some touchdowns up there for the big boys up front? It was their blocking and buying of time for that play that led to the score.
And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. Well, I guess they kind of had to do it here, Brock.
Yeah, it's called a have to. Yeah, kind of have to at this point in the game, huh?
Okay, but like most things in this game, it did not work out for them.
Yeah, let's face it. Even if they do recover that, probably not going to find a way to win. But this is a time where you work on things, where you do build to the following week. Got to find a way to flush this because it's just not been their kind of game.
And he gets it past the 50 and down to the Steelers' side of the field. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
What a shot!
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. Running once more with Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. 1 yard on the run, so just 3 yards across those last 2 carries. It's 3rd and 7. Running back sent in motion.
Report! 13.
Jackson now on 3rd. This finds Mitchell, complete. They get 13 on the pickup. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
This running back is a mismatch maker. That's how I label him on my little sheet right here. Right under his bio, this guy just creates matchup nightmares for every defender on the field.
They're set up at the 35 now. Handoff headed right to Henry. Breaks the tackle, green grass ahead. And he will carry this across for the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens keep adding to that fourth quarter lead. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. Tucker on for the extra point. The kicker gets it. Oh, looks like he's going to throw it. Got it inside the 10. And he isn't able to get in here. That lead's going to stay right where it is. Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. And off to Chubb to start the drive. And he found some running room for a nice gain. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Let's go!
2nd and 3. He lobs it up, looking deep to the right side. Caught at the 20-yard line. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. The Steelers putting up points in a game decided. It's a DK Metcalf touchdown. A 4th for him in this game, and 1 more ties the record. I love plays like this, Brock. Sometimes you just got to ask your dude, show me what you got, man. Show off those wheels, and he did just that.
Yeah, beauty in simplicity, right?
Yep.
Now, when you run that fly route, you got to win right from the jump. And you got to protect yourself from the sideline, too. Don't get pushed to the boundary. Give your quarterback room to throw it up, and you can find pay dirt.
That one splits the uprights. And the Steelers still have a lot of work to do, Brock. It's a 20-point difference now. Not really much of an avenue left for a comeback in this one, but they still have to try the onside kick here. And no dice on this kick. The Ravens recover. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43.
No question they wanted the ball back late, but you don't see many of these recovered by the kicking team in the NFL. You see even fewer recovered when they're actually expecting it, like they certainly were right there.
What is it?
On first and 10. It's Henry. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up second down.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
They'll come to the line here, second and 9. Another run for Henry. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Only a yard for him that time, so now third and 9. Before that play clock can reach 0, John Harbaugh signals for a timeout. And with another one gone, they're going to have just one remaining this game. And the Steelers go in nickel, third down.
No, we changed it. Hey!
From the gun, Jackson. That's caught for the first. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And that's good for a Ravens first down.
First and 10 at the 22-yard line.
It's Henry on the counter. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
Good defensive tackles in this league, Kate. They can take up a couple blockers. Great defensive tackles. Well, they stuff the stat sheet just like that, knocking that run backwards before it could get started.
This is Henry on second. Space to the left. And finally, they catch up to him at the 11. It's a gain of 12 there. And that'll be first down, Baltimore.
First and 10 at the 11-yard line.
Flying down the middle with Henry. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a first down. Gotta hurry this to the line. Henry has the Baltimore touchdown. The Ravens put up even more points in a win. Derrick Henry, the touchdown. So an exclamation point there. That caps off what, and I think you'd agree, Brock, has been a dominating performance.
Yeah, I would. Really in all phases, too. You know, I thought coming in that this would be a much closer game than how it's turned out to be. And you got to give credit where it's due. This offense has been outstanding throughout.
Now Tucker on to handle the kickoff. On the return, here comes Austin. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. And the drive will start out with a first and 10. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. First and 10 now from the 30. Throwing it to start this drive. Try and push it deep downfield. And that pass is dropped. Fitting. That would be their final play of the game as we've reached the end of this one. So it ends as a win for the Ravens. And they'll raise that Lamar Hunt Trophy high as champions of the AFC. And that earns them 2 more weeks of football until they head to the Bayou and fight for a Super Bowl. So for Brock Eward, our incredible crew, everybody here at EA Sports, I'm Kate Scott signing off. We'll see you next time. The Ravens are your winners as we say so long from Baltimore.